where hit music lives.
Don't change that dial.
Jams.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy Big Doobs, and we're doing this for the website www.100jams.com. Shout out to everybody in studio right now, all my Tribune ladies as well. Shout out to them. We're doing a big collabo today. All right. And in the meantime, between time, we in the building with the homie Sketch.
What's up, man?
What's going on, my brother?
Right here, man. Good to be alive, man.
Good to be alive, boy. It's the first time we met last week. I've heard so much about you. Your artistry is off the hook. I just want to be the first one to say congratulations on all your success, on your continued success.
Appreciate it, man.
But you know, I'm here to ask you the good questions to get in your brain.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
Hey, no problem. Let's do this.
That's how we do it.
Okay.
All right. First of all, I just want you, for all the people who don't know who Sketch is,
okay,
and there are few, but there are some. Could you please tell the people who Sketch is and how long you've been doing music?
Okay. Sketch is a music producer, singer, songwriter, also artist. Anything with arts, entertainment, music, like that's me. Like I'm just a work of art.
Oh, okay.
And I've been doing it for quite a while, since I was like 12 years old. I'm now 24, so been doing it for a while.
Now I heard through the grapevine that you got the name Sketch from your drawings or something like that. Is that correct?
Yes, it's cliche. It's correct. Yeah, it's definitely correct.
Okay, so you used to be a drawer back in the day.
Yeah, I still draw every now. I'm getting back into it, but I started off drawing.
Word.
Yeah.
That's how it go. Now you said that you're a singer, artist, producer, all that other stuff. You wear a lot of hats. Which one do you prefer and why?
Well, at first I started off producing.
Okay.
Then branched off into songwriting, and then mixing, and then everything else. But at this point, I'm doing everything. I'm trying to make everything one. So. Gotta be the best what I could be. Gotta be the best, man.
I heard that. Now, let's talk about some of your records on the radio, which are so many, but just to name a few, the Wine record with MDs.
Okay.
I heard that when we first started to play it, I listened to it, and our director of music, he was like, what do you think about it? And I was saying, if a sketch is good. Mm-hmm. But he said, listen to it really and truly. So I put it in my computer, and I listened to it, and I was like, this is really... not different, but it has the down island reggae term, but it's kind of different lyrically. Where did the inspiration come from to make the record? Why?
Well, I was thinking of doing something that's Caribbean and mainstream at the same time.
Okay.
So, wanted to branch off with some reggae elements, still hip hop influence, some kind of infuse it together to make it a mainstream kind of record. So.
I got you.
Came off with that old school reggae kind of feel.
Yes.
Dun, dun, dun,
yes. Old 80s, 90s type reggae. Yeah.
Fused that together, and I just created a banger, man.
Basically, to tell you the reason the way that it got me hooked was of what you just said, the 80s feel to the reggae, the reggae beat. And I was like, wow, he kind of flipped it. I kind of, like you said, fused it. Mm-hmm. Now you got another record called The Perfect Storm.
Yes. All
right. Tell the people about that, the storyline behind that. What's the inspiration?
Okay. Well, Perfect Storm is definitely, it's very sexy record. It's completely different from Wine.
Got it.
R&B. Want to showcase my vocal ability.
Okay.
Also it's actually sampled by a Tupac record.
Wow. For that.
Yeah, I got sure. Yeah, definitely get that squared away.
Yeah.
But it's dope.
That's dope. What it is. So you have the big song Wine right now with MD. Yeah. Shout out to MDs.
Yes, sir.
About to shoot the video. The video is gonna come out. Where the concept came from, who did the video, who produced the video, storyboard for the video, all that stuff.
Well, Wine for Your Mind featuring MDs. It was done part of Ski Dog.
Wow.
Part of Ski Dog.
Homegrown.
Yeah, homegrown, and it looks so good. Like the pictures, like the video what I saw behind it was like mainstream, everything, like the colors, it was definitely colorful, definitely party, definitely fun, sexy at some points, It was just the energy that it was just right, that moment was right.
Who produced the video?
Ferreno F. Dot.
Shout out to
F. Dot for doing it, man. Big time, like my homie right there.
F. Dot is doing it. So the concept was just to get something down home, something party, and some of the people to come through and just have fun.
Definitely, and that shows I want it to be global at the end of the day.
Got it.
So when I present it to executives or labels, and they be like, "Yo, that record right there, I want to use that." You could see that on MTV. You could see that globally. You know what I mean?
Got it. Now, The Perfect Storm. You gotta shoot a video for that as
yes. Yes, I will, and it's going to be very sexy. Warehouse kind of scene, candlelights. The bed is going to be like rotating constantly, and it's going to be thunder and lightning effects, you know. So it's going to be very, very.
That's what's
hot.
up.
Yeah.
That's what's up. So, do you meet with your producers? Do you meet with your producers of your videos and said, okay, this is my ideas. Let's see what we can do with that.
Yeah.
Or bring your ideas in and we fuse the two.
Yeah, sometimes it's vice versa. You know, I bring it to them, or we could fuse it. It depends on the best product at the end of the day.
Okay.
You know, so that's how we do it.
All right. Could you tell me the release date for the Wine for Your Mind video?
Well, that will be released in 2 weeks from Life Reno. He said in 2 weeks' time, and the Perfect Storm video is still into play.
Still into play.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're probably gonna jump with F Dot to go do the Perfect Storm.
I think so. I absolutely.
F Dot,
yes.
You got a lot of work out here, boy.
Absolutely.
Shout out to F Dot. So as soon as the video becomes perfect and y'all get it out, ship it
Yes.
over here, we can put it on the website.
Definitely. I'm also doing an EP, and those 2 records are gonna be on it. It's consisting of 5 songs. It's gonna be called Orgasm.
Wow.
That's
So where it's gonna be free, but where can people get it? Where you gonna distribute it at?
Well, I'll distribute it. It's still gonna be free, but I'm still gonna put it on iTunes as well.
Okay, cool.
So on iTunes, you could Google Sketch Carey Orgasm, and it'll be on the social free websites, all those sites where you can download it.
SoundCloud, Twitter.
Yes,
Of course.
Definitely. So I will let you guys know.
That's what it is, ladies. Get the orgasm. It's gonna be great.
Orgasm.
Right? You're from a musically inclined family.
Yes.
Now I want to know: is there any competition with you and your brother? Like, do you want to? Oh, I want to outdo Rick. I want to do
Shout out to Rick.
Shout to Rick Carey. I see you on the
Big Brother.
Yeah.
Nah, there's no conflict, no competition. We're brothers, We have the same, we share the same interests. It's just every time we work together, it's always magic. It's always, yo, I'm like you, you like me. We like, wow, we get this from our father, So it's just love, and it's just the movement.
I got you. Do you feel you have to outdo the next record that you come out with? Then, like, say for instance, Wine. Or Pick Me. Let's just go back to back in the day. Let's go back in the day. We go Pick Me. Then you come up with some other joints. Then you come up. Do you feel like, okay, this was this, so let's move the plateau a little bit higher? You understand what I'm saying? Do you feel you have to outdo yourself on each and every record that you do?
Well, sometimes I do feel like that, but at this point, I'm all about. I set myself with a certain goal, and it has to be. Well, I'm focusing on mainstream records. At this point, it could be a simple record, and that simple record could be the best record that's out right now. Just mainstream. That's me right now.
Okay. And I get a lot of people come up to me and say, "Oh, music is easy. Is to do this. You just got to get in the studio, do this and do that, do that." Can you explain to the people who are not there, trying to make it there, the grind that you guys have to go through every day?
Yeah, it's definitely a struggle. Like, if you love this and this is your passion, you gotta know everything about music. The business aspect, just everything from the ground up. You have to learn, and you have to constantly keep practicing until you get there. Like, it's not easy, but if you love it so much, you will succeed in some aspect, form, or fashion.
Are you okay with how Bahamian music is going right now? Do you see room for? Of course, there's room for improvement, but what do you see room for improvement, or are you kind of happy with the way it's moving right now?
They're getting there. Bahamian music is definitely getting there. Shout out to all the Bahamian songs. I have no problem with that. Like
all the artists out there.
All the artists out there. Shout out to everybody out there. But it's gradually getting there. I want to put Bahamas on the map.
Got it.
And I want to help others put the Bahamas on the map. At that point, I have to set myself. I have to be there, and then I could say, let me help these out there. Let me help everybody out.
That's what it is.
That was the plan.
That's dope right there. Now, R. Kelly.
Okay.
You opened up for the kid. I mean, shout out to R. Kelly. It was a great show. Tell us about that. Tell us about the experience, first of all. Tell us about when you got the call to say, okay, we want you to open up for R. Kelly. And did you meet him?
Yeah. Well, it was.
Tell us all about it.
PJ Douglas Sands.
Yes.
Shout out to her.
Shout out to PJ.
Shout out to Africa. You know, though they helped me out. They called me like it was like pretty much last minute.
Wow.
Like almost like 4 days before the actual, performance.
I bet you that's the best last minute phone call you've ever got.
Yo,
right?
I was so amped about it. They was like, yo, Sketch, we need a performance. We need something going for this R. Kelly event. Like, I got you, Sketch. I got the press. I got all this ready down pack, and I was like excited down for it. I'm like, yo, let's do this. Like, it's an opportunity. I don't want to lose it. I could say that I have something. I work with R. Kelly. I on my resume. I performed for him. I opened up for him.
Did you get a chance to meet him?
Yes, I did, and it was brief, but it was still a good opportunity.
That's a good opportunity.
Yeah,
that's what it is. Shout out to R. Kelly. Shout out to PJ. Shout out to everybody who did the concert. It was well attended as well.
Definitely.
Who else did you work with that you want to work with?
Over here?
Yeah. It's not that many, but.
There's many out
really?
there, like in schools, like like these private schools or government schools. A lot of talented, like people you don't expect, the best singers, and they quiet, they hiding, they like in hibernation.
It's so funny that you brought that up. 3 weeks ago, I was at a talent show for SAC, I think. Yeah, SAC. We had the Big Red Machine. I was just there, just chilling. And there was a young lady, I can't remember her name, but I have her information somewhere on my desk. She blew me away. It's like her vocal range was off the hook. And I was like, yo, you gonna be doing music one day.
She about to do something,
yeah,
right?
she about to do something. She's like, oh, well, I don't really know, and I just do it for a hobby. And I'm like, no, you need to take this seriously.
Yeah, and you don't want to force it on them, but just encourage them, At the end of the day, they have to decide what they want to do, but if that talent is out there, she better use that, buddy. She better use that.
All you talented people out there, all right, you know what to do. Just hone your craft, hone your skills. How do people get in touch with you?
Well, they could hit me up sketchcarey@gmail.com or sketchcarey Twitter. Everything is just Sketch Carey. If you Google me, you'll find everything, my information. Everything is there. Just Google Sketch Carey.
That's what it is. How many people you got working with you right now? Do you have space for somebody else to come in and say, "Oh, I want to work with Sketch. Let's get in the studio together"?
Oh yeah. We book. I do sessions, studio sessions. When I'm back and forth. So I'm in New York and I'm here. So whenever I'm here, I'm doing studio sessions. So just give me the call and we book the session.
Can't be done New York love right there.
Yo, I love New York. New York is definitely the second home.
I love it too. Shout out to New York.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're doing this for the website www.100jams.com. I'm here with Sketch Carey, and you're going to be hearing a lot more from this gentleman, so keep your ears locked to the radio, all right?
Sure.
Peace.
100jams.com.
100 Jams.
100 Jams! Where hit music lives.